I'm thrilled to be presenting the Local TV Market Awards, in particular Danielle Wiggins, who's been my mentee for the past 2 years, and we just met for the first time yesterday because we've been doing everything virtually because of the pandemic. And so I'm surprising her by being here today and presenting her with an award that for a story that we had worked on together virtually. So really, really pleased in particular for her and all of the honorees. I think that we have to recognize women, and women who are really telling the important stories. I think that it's, for so long we weren't really included at the table, and now I think that for our voices to really be heard in this profound way and to tell stories in a way that in some cases only women can tell and have that perspective. And so to be able to celebrate with women our successes, I think is something that we need to do more. So in the past year, my focus really has been, especially still being emerging from the pandemic, has been because for a while we were homeschooling and I was working at night, and so I don't really get a chance to watch a lot of TV. When I do, it's news. I in particular embrace and support my fellow female journalists. And a lot of times when I'm watching news, I'm a mentor to many people, and a lot of young women in particular. And so quite often I'm looking at their work and I'm giving feedback for them on what I feel that they could improve, do more, do less of, because I felt like I didn't have enough of that mentorship when I was coming up. And I kind of vowed to myself at that time, I'm going to be what I didn't have, because I just think that it's so helpful, and no need to kind of go a course that has already been blazed alone when you don't know your path, And so if somebody who's already kind of been and can take your hand and help you along the way, that's kind of what I try to provide. I think that a lot of times people feel like, well, can you have it all? Can you have the family? Can you be a wife? Can you be the working mom? And I feel like you can. I think that you'll shift priorities at different times, and you'll kind of know when you can lean into this one particular area or when you need to lean into one particular area more than the other, as far as, parenting and working and, keeping it all going with your spouse. But I don't want, and I feel that too many young women feel like they have to choose. And my advice would be that you don't have to. That I'm living proof. I have an 8-year-old son and a husband I've been married to for almost 10 years. And a job that I feel is still, the best is yet to come, I'm hoping. I don't feel that I'm stagnant or I'm okay just settling in this one place. I'm hoping for growth in all areas of my life, and I feel that for young women who are coming up in this industry, they should feel that they don't have to be limited and just choose one box. Carol Simpson, when I was a young girl and the news was on, and I wasn't particularly thinking at the time that I wanted to be in news, but I have to imagine that really planted a seed subconsciously, just being able to see a black woman who was anchoring the news, the first black woman to anchor a network newscast. And I'm so impressed by her being that trailblazer. People often talk about the idea of if you see it, you can be it, and that is what Carol Simpson is for me.